Hey, how's everyone doing today? This is the podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Joe Mata. And today we have a special returning guest who's been on the show before. Please welcome to the show, Miss Loosey Lu. How are we doing?
Hey guys, how's it going? It's good.
And thanks to the computer-generated applause there. So, how was your weekend and week and everything and the 4th of July?
It was great actually. We did the same thing as last year, just chilled. New to Florida, so I haven't figured out the places to go to take the kids. So we just did barbecue at home, surf and turf. Last year we did like full tilapias and ribs, and this year we did steak and salmon.
All right. That definitely sounds good. Now, okay, yeah. Now, last time you were on, we discussed your fetish modeling and stuff like that. Now, you just recently posted that you were like in a video recently with Snoop Dogg. Can you talk a little more about that?
Oh, sure. It wasn't a recent video. I had just done a music video. The most recent one was with Mr. Pringles, and it was his Michael Jackson song. We did the video release on July 1st.
Okay.
And I try to daily do like a fun fact about Loosey Lu and a pet peeve, just so my fans and, even my friends, how much do we really know each other? So I try to throw something up, and now, because I threw up the release of the Mr. Pringles video, it was a fun fact that I had done a music video with Snoop Dogg and Deshaun Jackson. Snoop was a feature in his video, so it was actually Deshaun Jackson's music video called Diamonds on My Neck.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys know who Deshaun Jackson is. He's a football player.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver for he used to be the Eagles, but then he went to the Redskins, and then now I don't even think he's with the Redskins anymore. I think he signed with a different team.
Oh, yeah, haven't even kept up with it.
Yeah, he definitely if he is as good a rapper as he is a wide receiver, he's gonna have no problem making it in that industry for sure.
Well, let's just say he was told plenty to keep his day job.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was an interesting song. I don't think it hit the way he wanted it to. Just because. First of all, he filmed it in Vegas, which everybody films their stuff in Vegas. It was kind of a played out type of video is with the feedback that I got. But I mean, all in all, if you have Snoop on it, it should be a hit. And a lot of people have not even heard of it, which is really surprising to me.
Yeah.
So that should tell you, I guess, where he should stick to. I heard he's a really great wide receiver.
Yeah, he is. He's really real good wide receiver. Now, while you were in Vegas, did you do any partying while you were there?
Oh, I lived there I moved to Florida from Vegas. So what I did is I ended up being kind of like a VIP host. I got to know a lot of the VIP hosts and the club owners and just anybody in the entertainment industry. That's what I love to do is network. So
yeah.
The 7-8 years I was there, I networked my ass off, and that's how I got to doing the music videos and meeting Snoop and a couple other artists. I don't know if you guys remember who Mims is. I guess the most famous song is "Drop It Like It's Hot."
Right.
No, it's not.
Right. Okay. Now, say someone wants to go to Vegas. It's their first time, and they want to party it up. What kind of recommendations or places would you give someone to go to?
Oh wow, there are so many. I have my friend Anthony out there. He has a promotional group that he does. I think they go to Jewel. There's quite a few in Aria and Cosmopolitan as far as the clubs and the nightlife. I used to love the Palms. However, I don't think they do too much of the clubs there anymore. When I last went, I actually just went on a little retreat. I didn't actually go out clubbing this last time, which was just recently, right after my birthday.
Okay.
But I hear Jewel is a great place. That was the one place that everybody was kind of trying to get me to. Dre's after hours is always great. If you know, aren't done clubbing at the regular spots that close, which is great about Vegas is the clubs don't really close till like 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, and then you got your after hours.
Right. Yeah, because of
So
the
it's like
yeah.
5 a.m. till whenever, and then they have day clubs now because it's summer. They run all the day pools, and what they do is, you know, they have certain casinos that, like the Cosmopolitan, they have at the Wynn, I want to say, what is it, the MGM, the Republic is a great day pool. I used to go to Bear, which is funny because I would go and I never went topless, but it was a topless pool.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, doesn't Mandalay Bay, don't they have some type of pool where they simulate like a wave to where you can get on there and surf?
Yeah, there's a couple of casinos that have those, and they also they have one where you can. I think it's the Golden Nugget. If you swim through if you go down the slide, in the inner tube, you're actually going into their shark tank and like into their fish tank.
Oh wow!
And you swim right through. Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing. The Golden Nugget. It's downtown Las Vegas.
Okay.
So if you guys are ever there, it's a great place. If you have kids, great, kid friendly. I would say MGM if you have family as well. Great kid friendly pool. You got both sides. You got the side for the adults, and then you have the side for the families and then children. So.
Okay. All right. Definitely.
However, I will have to tell everybody if you're going to Vegas, there you have to pay parking pretty much everywhere now. It used to be where you can go to any casino and just park park inside the garage and walk the strip and all that, but it's gotten to now you gotta pay unless you're a resident.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely coming up with ways to generate more revenue, I guess, and so there's charging for parking everywhere.
Oh my gosh, there's new casinos, left and right, and every casino they try to put a club in. So
yeah. Now, is what's the name of that one? I went to it one. Tao. Is that still pretty popular, or is it kind of died out?
I liked Tao when I was there. It is pretty popular. I'm not sure if it's still going right now. Like I said, I haven't been there for a couple of years. There's been so many clubs that have changed. One of my favorite clubs was the Revolution inside of the Mirage. They don't have that anymore because every Thursday was hip hop night, and I love hip hop.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna try to hit Vegas in January for the AE convention, and then the expo as well.
Oh, for the AVN?
Yeah, the AVN. Yeah.
Oh, this is the only year I didn't make it. I'm usually there every year.
Yeah. This coming January, I'm gonna see if I can get out there and do my podcast out there and see if I can interview some people and then just enjoy the exhibit, as well as, like you said, the party life in Vegas.
Yeah, let me know. I'll make sure you are connected and, you can meet a few people that I know, real cool people. I also know quite a few that run, some...
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sounds good.
That run a couple... self businesses like salons, something. I don't know if you're into that, but just for if you're gonna go for a little vacation, nice relaxing. I'll have them take care of you there.
Okay.
There's quite a bit, and then definitely for in January, I'm not sure they're not run. I don't think they run day clubs then, right. But I do know as far as the nightlife, definitely hit me up. I will get you in the right hands. They'll take care of you. Make sure you have VIP status and a blast, which, if you go to Vegas and you don't have a blast, then that's on you.
Exactly.
I know what you're doing, though.
Exactly.
Because how can you not?
Exactly.
From clubbing to really anything, there's so much to do out there. You just kind of have to know the right people or at least be tech savvy to research your stuff. From zip lining, because you can zip line all the way down Fremont.
Right.
You can also zip line off of the Rio, which is it's a higher zip line. You can jump off of the stratosphere. There's helicopter rides. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're in the adult industry part, definitely the place to go for conventions. AVN and Fetish and Fantasy Ball. Just any type, really. It's a great place to network and meet new, interesting people.
Right. Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, for sure. And that's why I'm definitely going to go. Because I want to reach out and basically introduce myself to people and my show as well, and just try to branch out and meet more people in the industry.
Right.
Now,
you should try to get out to VidCon, which is in St. Petersburg, Florida, and that happens every year. I'll be there August 10th to the 13th, and it's kind of like a smaller version of AVN.
Okay.
But Florida's a huge fetish community out here, really big.
Right.
So, they have a lot of little things like that. Night Moves magazine. They have something every year. They have got Nudes to Pop In. I think actually that was in Illinois recently. There's a bunch of little things that you can kind of put your foot into and network and, podcast.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people are doing it there at the convention. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll definitely check into that for sure. Now,
yeah, make sure I send you the link. That will be next month.
Okay.
Is the FedCon. That's the next fetish convention.
Okay. All right. Now, you are a fetish model and stuff like that. Can you tell a little more about how you got into that, and just in case people who are new listening to the show didn't hear the last show?
I actually started off webcamming. Well, no, let me rewind. I started off on phone, doing phone sex. And then from there it stemmed to webcamming, and I guess that was about 2009 after I had my last kid. I was a housewife, and I didn't really want to go out into the work field that I needed to work, and I wanted to, be at home as much as I can with the kids. So I started doing the webcam thing. We just got a house that had a good distance between other rooms, like a 3-story house, basically. My downstairs was my studio. And then that was around 2010. And after a couple years, I started owning my own webcam studios and training girls, how to be webcam models, which is basically in the fetish world. So as I was in that, I met people that were going to AVN, and, my friend Jesse, he's out in Las Vegas. He does a lot of the adult industry stuff, and that's how we got connected. Started going to AVN, and it definitely caught my eye more of the fetish world.
Okay.
So after a few years of going to AVN and leaving Vegas around 2015, I came here to Florida. And that was just 2015. I had found even more of the fetish world. So I went to Fetish Con. That is every year in St. Petersburg. They have a fetish convention here, and I went there. I ended up bumping into some really good friends, and they kind of got me into the niche of being in that community. So then from that, I started doing fetish acting, which is getting into doing videos. That was, 2015? We're in 2017 now. This will be my second FetCon. Or no, my third fetish con that I'm going to. And now I am heavily into the fetish community and into the industry itself. Okay. I do a lot of fetish training, sessions. You can book me for shoots, whether it's pictures or videos, or session is just one-on-one training you in different types of fetishes.
Right. Now, what's the most interesting or strangest fetish request that you've had, or had requested, whether you did it or not?
Oh boy, there's so many. Okay, I guess one recent one would be this guy asked me if I would preserve my fecal matter in whiskey. and send it to him and how much it would cost. And it was like, I couldn't do it as much as I could have probably asked for a good amount. And I don't know why I couldn't waste the whiskey.
Right.
And
Right.
I know he's paying for it, but it's like, I love whiskey. I'm a whiskey girl. The fun fact about Loosey Lu, if you ever want to gift me something, Maker's Mark, Jameson, be your best friend forever.
Yeah. Right.
But I couldn't do it. And it was like, well, it doesn't have to be your group, and it could be cheap whiskey and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I know. It still is kind of a weird request.
Right.
But, for some people, what seems to me is a vanilla fetish is outrageous to them, like feet smelling and armpit smelling or licking and all that stuff.
Right.
And in some people, they would think that's really strange. But if you don't know it by now, most of the people have some type of fetish. They just don't talk about it, or a lot of them, it's behind closed doors. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
believe it or not, you're 5 neighbors down, your next door neighbor, and they all have something. It doesn't have to be weird and kinky. It could just be, I like people that wear glasses. That's my turn on.
Okay.
I think that's a weird fetish. But
okay.
how many people wear glasses? You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah, that's for sure. So what do you have? What's happening with you lately? Anything new release coming out or stuff in the works?
I do. January 1st of this year, I released my trailer to my movie series called Plushed. And Plushed is a fetish-based, I guess a TV series or a movie series that I'm trying to come up with.
Uh-huh.
That is, I have a few actresses, fetish actresses. Sully Savage is one of them. She likes to wear plugs, and it kind of dawned this idea on me of having like my own come to life, kind of like Ted,
Mm-hmm.
but bigger. So she is my, she's my little fox, and she comes to life. And I have all these other little plushies that come to life and do kinky fun stuff. But it's I'm trying to stay away from the basic, regular girl fucking a guy or girl on girl crazy, just regular sloppy or whatever it is type porn. It's going to be a fun fetish base and in the realm of the Ted movie kind of.
Okay.
If that brings it down, he's here.
Right. Yeah.
I released that January. And I also, I got myself a boob job, which I've been waiting 20 years to do. I only did that, though, because I had a tumor removed from one of my breasts. So I had a big hole on one side.
Okay. Now,
a lot of people would think, like, he's doing it to show off. I haven't really actually filmed or done anything to show them off much lately. I'm still trying to get used to it myself and trying to get used to, this new look whenever I look at myself in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
So that's been new. And aside from that, the music video, Mr. Pringles, Michael Jackson song, you guys look it up. It's really awesome. I was fortunate to be a little dime piece in it, so thank you. Shout out to Mr. Pringles and Queasy at Hashtag Pleasures. He's my sponsor. That's adult toy store online. Okay. For all of you freaks that want your adult toy needs or lingerie and whatnot. HEKTEK. Hashtag Pleasures.
Okay. All right. Now, where can the fans and listeners, if they're listening to you for the first time, if they want to follow you or find you on social media, where can they find you?
You can go directly to my website, www.looseylu.com, and it's spelled LOOSEYLU. And then if you want to follow me on social media, it's Team Loosey Lu. Like Team Jacob, Team Titans. Not TEENTEAM.
Okay. All right. Hey, well, I want to thank you for being on. And as always, you always have an open invite, to come back on the show. when you're starting to release your other projects and whatnot, feel free to hit me up, and we'll definitely get you back on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right, everyone. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening. And this is the podcast by Mata. You can find us. We'll find this show on YouTube. Just get in your search engine, look up the podcast by Mata, and our shows will pop up. And this one here will be on this afternoon. So thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.